Okay. For practice this morning, our physical focus is moving in the direction of crow pose at a request for that last week. So, um, finding engagement in our push strength and how our push strength activates our center strength, and then also some hip opening. And then for the heart space intention, something that's on my mind recently is the shifting out of selfishness into selflessness, and how one of the easiest ways to shift into selflessness is to be of service. And the most accessible way to be of service is to move through the world in a way that is of service to others. So sometimes I think we have this idea that we need to be out doing action, which is also important, but sometimes the greatest service we can offer others is the way that we hold them, is the space that we create when we interact with them, the energy that we offer them. It is our ability to offer others grace, right? To be compassionate and to practice empathy with others. So sometimes the greatest service that we can give to someone else or some other being is to hold them, to hold them with care, right? And to shift from the selfishness of our own minds, our own perspectives, into the selflessness of seeing this person and what they're needing, seeing beyond maybe the words that they're saying or the actions that they are presenting to what's maybe beneath that, and holding that in love. So, in our practice today, one way we can be of service to is to take the energy that we cultivate when we're on our yoga mat and to dedicate and devote that energetically to someone or a group of people that you'd like to hold in your heart as you flow. And I think sometimes our very narrow tunnel vision of what we need to be doing and who we are in this very self-focused perspective, it's not always a bad thing, right? Introspection, reflection, and understanding ourselves is a really big piece of this human experience. But we can get stuck in that, and finding that shift and looking outward, expanding our view, can be really helpful. I even remember I was listening to this one podcast, I can't remember who it was. They're talking about just in how we shift our visual perspective and how that can change our energy, right? When we have a narrow focus in our vision or we're looking at something close, this can increase our anxiety. If we start to look out at the horizon, that can offer the body a sense of calm. And this is the same for animals as well. And so thinking about that in an energetic and emotional sense as well. If we get too focused inward on our personal issues, struggles, the things that we're working through, we can get the sense of anxiety, a sense of, I don't know, I think stuckness. And then when we start to shift and look out, we see how much more there is that's happening in this world. And maybe some of the things that we were focused on and struggling, and hello, Finn, don't seem so big or so overwhelming. So, devoting our practice to someone or something else beyond ourselves today will be our intention. But we're going to start in Shavasana, so go ahead and lie back, get comfortable. Just take a moment to settle into your space. And as you allow yourself to drop into that sturdy and steady support beneath you, feel a sense of release wash over your entire body. Your head and shoulders and hips become heavy. Relax down the lengths of your arms and your legs. Let any tension through the muscles of your face and your jaw begin to melt. As you let the earth embrace you and you let yourself be held Begin to deepen every breath in, and allow every exhale to start to lengthen. As you continue to expand your breath, feeling the earth that is holding you, the earth that is holding all of us, this common denominator, as well as our breath. And every human navigating this world is tied to this world through inhale and exhale, just as we are. And so with the earth and with our breath, we already have two common denominators that connect us to each and every being. And so as we breathe deeply, as we cultivate a sense of grounding within ourselves, we can also acknowledge and recognize that the energy we cultivate within ourselves will impact and influence every interaction that we have. And the way we show up to each interaction that we have can be of service to the people that we're interacting with. So creating this foundation of calm and steady. And we start to bring to mind that dedication of who you'd like to move and breathe for this morning. And again, this can be a specific person. This can be a group of people. This can be the collective. This could also be maybe somebody that you find is more challenging to offer compassion and empathy towards and grace towards, someone that you find difficult to interact with and to hold in love. And that can also be a really beneficial practice, is to take that person that you find most difficult and to hold them with care, to hold them in your heart as you move and breathe, recognizing that when we boil ourselves down, we are all the same. And so whoever you've chosen, or whatever group of people, or maybe the collective, bringing that into your heart, into your mind, that devotion to them, and really letting every breath this morning be devoted to this intention, to this person or group of people. And as you hold your intention, your dedication, your devotion at your heart and at your mind's eye, maybe just offering one hand or both of your hands to your heart space. And take 3 cleansing breaths together. A deep inhale as you're ready, really expanding wide in every direction. And then open mouth exhale to release. And twice more, we'll take a big breath in, feel your lungs widen. And a clearing, cleansing exhale to release. And one more time, your deepest, most expansive inhale yet. And an open exhale. Feeling that set some calm travel through your whole body and being. As you shift into your ujjayi breath in and out of your nose, that same fullness, same energy, same intention. Start to reach into a full body stretch. Let your hands extend up and overhead. Maybe add some circles to your ankles and your wrists. You might expand and contract through your fingers and through your toes. After you've taken a couple rotations in both directions, start to bring your knees into your chest. We're going to start with our hands at the fronts of our knees and find our modified happy baby. So knees move wide. Maybe drawing some small circles with your knees as you begin to open your hips. And then keeping a hold of your right knee, extend your left leg long across the earth. Maybe flex forward through your left heel, move your right knee a little bit side to side and around in your hip socket. And taking a nice big breath in. And exhale to your supine twist. Let your right knee fall across you. Release your right shoulder back towards the earth. As your right hip stacks over your left, send a deep breath down the back of your body. As you exhale, maybe you twist just slightly further. Taking one more breath here, this time direct your breath down your right side body. As you exhale, going to be let go into your twist a little bit more. As you start to roll to the back body again, both knees come into your chest. Return to that modified happy baby. Letting your knees fall nice and wide, and then keep hold of your left knee. Release your right leg forward, flexing through your right heel. Find some movement through your left hip, so side to side or some circle action. Your right hand can rest on your right hip to anchor your pelvis to the earth. Your left knee maybe go nice and wide. Take a big breath in. And then exhale to your supine twist. Pass your left knee all the way across you. And feel your collarbones open wide to the sky. Again, we direct a big breath to the back of our body. And exhaling into depth. And move your inhale down the length of your left side body. And exhale, letting go into your twist just a little bit more. Can you soften through your jaw? Relax across your forehead through your face. As you return to center this time, you can either bring your hands back to your knees, or you can start to reach up to your ankles or to your feet, finding a deeper happy baby. And then make this nice and active, so think about gently pulling down with your hands so you press actively up with the strength of your legs. Okay, shoulders out of ears, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to bring the soles of your feet towards each other. So maybe you can press the soles of your feet together, so in this kind of happy baby butterfly hybrid. Maybe you're pressing the ball mounds of your feet together, but find some sort of connection. So either ball mounds or the entire soles of your feet pressing together. Once you have that, feel your core begin to light up. Reach your hands up and overhead. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, using your core, slow motion, leading with your heart, start to lift your head and shoulders. And then reach forward towards the front of your yoga mat. Find a little pause at the top. And then as slowly as you can, start to reach your hands up to the sky. And then control the lower of your shoulders. Big breath in, reach your hands overhead again. Do that twice more, pressing through your feet. So you exhale, start to lift through your heart space, where your shoulders and your head follow. And that big reach forward, think about the front ribs of your body reaching towards your feet. To release, first start to reach your hands up to the sky, feel your core light up even more. And then relax your head and shoulders down, slowly reaching overhead. One more time, your breath in, and then exhale to lift. Leading with your front ribs, your heart, then your shoulders. Relax through your neck. Feel that pause at the top, pressing through again, either the ball mounds or the soles of your feet. Reach your hands up to the sky, feel that added pressure through your core. And slowly lower your head and shoulders to the ground. And from here, place your feet to the earth, setting up for your bridge pose. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, press through your feet and lift through your pelvis. Imagine a block between your thighs, and as you hug into the midline, find a root to rise energy through your body. Press through your feet, push through your arms. Take one more breath here. And then deep breath in. Think about keeping your lower body engaged as you deliver your hips back down to the ground with control. Maybe a little windshield wiper action, and start to make your way into your tabletop pose, either rocking back and forth the length of your spine a couple times, or you can just tip over to one side and start to push your way up. Once you find your tabletop pose, finding really strong, intentional hands. So palms of your hands press firmly into the earth. Spread nice and wide through your fingers. And as you anchor at the base of your fingers, can you squeeze your finger pads into your yoga mat? It's okay if those middle knuckles begin to float off the ground. And imagine you're palming a basketball in each hand, gripping the earth. As you inhale, find your cow pose. Begin to lift your heart and tailbone. As your belly drops, feel that stretch through your center. On your exhale, begin to press into your cat pose, round your spine. As you push the earth away, can you feel your front ribs draw in and your core light up, tailbone tucks. We'll inhale back to our cow pose. Make sure your toes are untucked, so tops of the feet to the earth. And then this time as we exhale to our cat pose, press in around your spine. Option to press into the tops of your feet and lift your knees like 4 to 6 inches off the ground. So think cat pose, tops of the feet grounded, knees are floating. We'll release our knees to the earth. Inhale to your cow pose again. Lift your heart, lift your tailbone. And then one more time like this, as you exhale to your cat pose, you have the option to press the tops of your feet and use your core to lift your knees off the ground. Keep actively pushing to the tops of your feet to light up your low belly. We'll come back to our tabletop. Now tuck your toes. Shift your hips back in space a little bit. You're going to externally rotate through your arms so your fingers face your knees. And then by a little shift backwards to start to open through your forearms. And then finding the opposite, you're going to bring the tops of your hands to the earth. Gentle pressure. Making externally rotating to turn the creases of your elbows forward. And then shifting back, hips to heels. Do some water flicks. So expand and contract through your fingers for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. As you shift into your tabletop again, this time tuck your toes and begin to press up and back to your downward facing dog. You take a moment to reach one heel towards the earth and then the other. Check back in with the integrity of your hands. So make sure your palms are again planted firmly into the earth, the entirety of your palm rooted. Finger pads actively grip the ground. If the base of your fingers is anchored. With a big breath in, lift towards your tippy toes. As you exhale, think about bending your knees towards a hover. Shift your hips towards your heels, doing a little crouching tabletop. Knees can go wide for this, and then press back into your downward facing dog. I'll do that twice more. So with an inhale, lift to your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees. They can go a little bit wide. Reach your hips towards your heels into this crouching tabletop. Keep pushing the earth away. One more time. Inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, crouching tabletop. And inhale to your downward facing dog. As you exhale, take a walk to the top of your yoga mat into your forward fold. Your knees soften, and as you relax your belly towards your thighs, release the weight of your head to the earth. And a little sway forwards and backwards here. Option to find your gorilla pose, maybe sliding your hands underneath your feet, toes come to the base of your wrists. Then you press through your feet, do a little pedal action through your feet to massage your wrists. And from here, as we start to release from your gorilla pose, if you're there, inhale towards your halfway lift. Lean forward as you lift your tailbone and lengthen your spine. And then exhale, forward fold, release. Follow your inhale to rise all the way up, circle straight to Urdhva Hastasana, big breath in as you reach to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center, perhaps you close down your eyes. We return to our intention of devotion and take a big breath in. And then open mouth, exhale to release. And inhale, reach up to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. As you exhale, swan dive forward, soften your knees, send your arms wide, leading with your heart as you dive all the way to the earth. We'll breathe in to lengthen halfway again, Ardha Uttanasana. Then exhale to your high plank. Plant your hands and step your feet back. Get nice and strong through your body here. Feel how as you push through your hands, your core responds. Use that push of your hands to draw your front ribs in and your navel to your spine. And then press through your feet. Feel your quads light up. Make sure your head is in line with your spine. As you inhale, shift forward towards your tippy toes. And then as you exhale, lower your knees to the earth so you're in a modified plank. Your core is still nice and strong. With your breath in, feel your sternum stretch forward just a little bit more. And then use the entire exhale to lower to your belly really slow. Think about reaching your elbows actively backwards. Shoulders stretch out of your ears. Crown reaches forward as you lower all the way down. Untuck your toes and find your low cobra as you inhale. On your exhale, go ahead and release. Press into your child's pose with intention, elbows stay hugged in close. Think about this as like a reverse modified plank. Pulling through your belly, and then press your hips back to your heels. Your child's pose, take a breath, option for prayer, hands to the base of your skull. And then when you're ready, begin to find your way back into your downward facing dog. In your down dog, you'll use an inhale to reach your right leg to the sky. And then bend your knee and open your hip as you breathe out. Take a deep breath in. And step your right foot to the outside of your right hand, lizard lunge. You scoot your right foot forward, help it forward so you have a nice long stance. From here, let your left knee sink towards a hover, so it's kind of like a lizard cow lunge. As you draw your rib cage forward, can you squeeze your right knee into the outside of your right arm, into your tricep. And from here, begin to find energy through your left leg again, light up through your left quad. We're going to lean into our right foot and step into a Malasana squat. So left foot steps wide, toes might angle out. Sink low through your hips, and then get proud through your chest. Lean your shoulders back over your hips. And feel your elbows and your knees pressing into one another so there's this active energy through your hips. Take an inhale. And then exhale to your forward fold. Push your hips up. Rotate your toes to face forward. Hinge at your hips. And your inhale, lengthen halfway through your torso. As you exhale, forward fold. Keeping your feet wide, rise all the way to stand big circle sweep, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, hands to heart, option to close your eyes as you return to your intention. Take a big breath into your devotion. Then open mouth, exhale to release. Inhale, reach up to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, swan dive forward, maybe softness in your knees as you hinge at your hips. Bend your halfway lift as you breathe in. As you exhale, you're going to bend your knees, bringing your hands to the earth, lean over to your right foot, and then slow motion, pick your left foot up and step it back into your lizard lunge. Good. Plant your palms to the earth, hands on the inside of your right leg. Squeeze your right knee into your right tricep. Maybe find your half crow, float your right foot. From here, use your core, downward facing dog, right foot meets your left. With a big breath in, send your left leg to the sky, three-legged. Exhale to bend your knee and open your hip, push the earth away. Breathe in. And then on your out breath, lizard lunge. Keep pushing through your hands. You step your left foot forward and wide. I like to come up to my fingertips for this part, so maybe exploring your fingertips. Let your right knee, your right hip sink down towards the earth. And then can you hug your left knee and your left arm into each other? Letting that energy at your pelvis encourage your heart forward and through. And start to power up through your right leg again. As you lift your leg, feel your quad engage. Lean into the power of your left foot. Vilasana squat, right foot's gonna step out wide. Hips sink, heart opens, take one breath in. This time as you exhale right away, forward fold, turn your toes forward, push your hips up. We inhale to lengthen halfway through the torso. And exhale to release. Circle sweep to stand with your breath in, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart, eyes perhaps drop shut. Breathe into your intention, your devotion. And open mouth, exhale, send it out. Deep breath in, extend up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward, hinge at your hips. Use an inhale to lengthen halfway. As you exhale, bend your knees, bring your fingertips to the earth, lean into your strong left leg. Use your core to slowly step your right foot back to your lizard lunge. As you plant your palms to the earth, left knee hugs into your left tricep. Strong with your hands, half crow, pick your left foot up. From the strength of your belly, downward facing dog, left foot joins your right. Resetting with a breath, take an inhale through your nose. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. And inhale your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knee and open your hip. Squeeze your right heel towards your left glute. Big breath in, keep pushing through your hands. Exhale, right knee towards your right tricep. From here, as you take a breath in, lower your right knee in the direction of your right wrist. Let your hips sink down a little bit. Core is still strong. As you exhale, push through your hands. Use your core to lift your right knee as high into your armpit as you can. Kind of cabbing your spine, big push. Three-legged dog, reach your right leg to the ceiling again. And then step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Left knee's gonna come to a hover. Find your cow lunge as you inhale. And as you exhale, we're gonna turn our toes to the left. Our right knee is gonna stay as the bent leg for skandasana or side lunge. So as you turn towards the left side of the room, right knee still bent, side lunge or sink into your skandasana. Your right arm is encouraging that external rotation and openness to your right hip. And we'll pivot back to the front of the room. So rotate to your right again. This time, step forward to your chair pose. Let your hips get earthy, and then drive through your heels and lift your heart and hands. Big breath in. On exhale, hands will find heart center. Shift into your strong left leg. And begin to rise up with your right leg into your one-legged mountain. Flex your right ankle so there's strong energy traveling through your right leg. Take a breath in. We're going to figure four, right ankle on our left thigh. Sink your hips back and down. Give your figure four one steady breath. Then bring your right hand to your right hip. The second and third fingers of your left hand, so your peace fingers of your left hand, are going, that's actually wrong. Your left hand's gonna go to your left hip. The second and third fingers of your right hand are gonna grab your right big toe. There we go. From here, you're gonna start to stand tall. Draw your right knee up towards your right armpit. So right knee is nice and bent. You're opening your right knee towards the right side of the room. Good. Feel the strength of your left glute. And slow motion. If you want to start to extend your right leg long any amount towards the right side of the room, it doesn't have to go completely straight, maybe it does. You can find that extension. Whether your right knee is completely bent, a little bit bent, or long, start to bring your right leg forward towards the front of the room. Let go of your right foot and slowly fly back through your airplane pose. And take your time. So you arrive into your airplane, collarbones wide. Take one big breath in. Then exhale to your high crescent lunge, right toes release to the earth. Reach up to the ceiling. Expand open to your warrior two. With an inhale, reverse your warrior, left hand finds the ceiling. And then exhale to your side angle, perhaps elbow to thigh, or if you'd like to, you might reach down towards the earth. If you're reaching towards the earth, bring your left hand on the inside of your left leg, and then use that as leverage to keep your left knee open as you spiral your heart open towards the sky. And from here, low into the top of your yoga mat, windmill down, square up your hips. As you press the earth away, find your high plank pose. Left foot joins your right. Use your inhale to shift forward to your tippy toes. Exhale, chaturanga, slow motion. Lower halfway or all the way, distance between shoulders and ears. Inhale to your up dog or your cobra. And then exhale to return to your downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Take a nice big breath in. And then open mouth, exhale out. So you check in with second side. We'll inhale left leg to the ceiling. And your exhale, bend your knee and open your head. Take a deep breath in. Left knee towards your left shoulder and tricep. With an inhale, left knee's gonna lower towards the earth, towards your wrist. Let your hips drop a little bit. On your exhale, can you use your core to lift your left knee all the way up into your armpit. Push into your hands, find a slight cat spine. Lift, lift, lift. And then three-legged dog, left leg to the ceiling. Step your left foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Right knee comes to a hover cow lunge. Breathe in. Feel your heart extend forward. On your exhale, you're going to turn to the right. Left knee stays bent for your side lunge or your skandasana. Okay. Left arm encourages that openness to your left leg, your left hip. Take one breath in. Then exhale to rotate to the front of your yoga mat once again. Turn to your left. Step into your chair pose, Utkatasana. As you find your seat, breathe extension along the length of your spine. Exhale to arrive your hands at heart center. So you find the rootedness through your right foot, you're going to slowly start to stand up with your left leg. Energy through your left foot. Collarbones actively open as your shoulder blades draw towards one another. And then start to find your way into your figure four. Left ankle on your right thigh. Find one cycle of breath. And your right hand is going to go to your right hip. Peace fingers of your left hand are going to catch your left big toe. Keep your gaze laser focused on a single point, and as you press through your right foot, you're going to stand up, hugging your left knee towards your left shoulder. So left knee is high, and you're opening your hip towards the left side of the room. And again, you can stay here, think proud of your chest. You can extend your left leg a little bit, going really slow, or you can find complete extension and lengthen out your left leg. And keep your drishti, your gaze focused. Slowly start to bring your left leg forward. You can have a little micro bend, maybe with your standing leg to help with stability. Light up your core, feel your left quad engage as you release your foot. Airplane pose, start to send your left leg backwards. So you arrive into your airplane drive through your right foot, take a big breath in. And then your exhale will arrive you to your high crescent lunge, left toes lower down. Virabhadrasana 2, start to open up. From your warrior 2, breathe into your reverse warrior, send your right hand high. Exhale takes us to any version of side angle pose. And feeling the openness now through your right hip. The openness to your chest as you take a breath in. And then low lunge to the top of your yoga mat. As you square yourself up, step back into your high plank. Inhale to the shift forward of your tippy toes. Exhale, chaturanga. As you return to downward facing dog, take a brief child's pose. Knees go wide, hips sink back to your heels. Your heart melts to the earth. Again, option for prayer, hands to the nape of your neck. Finding a bend at your elbow to bring the heels of your hands to the base of your skull in your child's pose. As you return back to your intention and your devotion, take a big breath in. Maybe an open mouth exhale out. Okay, we're gonna move through one more standing layer of flow, and then we're gonna check in with our crow pose. So, when you are ready, go ahead and find your way back into downward facing dog. With an inhale, extend your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale to bend your knee and open your head. Fill your lungs with the breath in. Right knee towards your right shoulder as you breathe out. Strong arms and core, inhale. Bring your right knee towards your right wrist. Maybe your heart peeks forward. As you exhale and push through your hands, can you use your core to lift your right knee up into your right armpit, pressing through your hands, slight cat in your spine. Three-legged dog, reach your right leg high, and then step your right foot forward to the top. Take an inhale, find your cow lunge. As you exhale, turn all 10 toes to the left. This time bend your left knee for your side lunge or your skandasana. Good. Turn to the back of your yoga mat, low lunge. Step forward to your chair pose, Utkatasana. Breathe in to rise through heart and hands. Breath out as hands to heart. Stand strong into your left foot and rise up with your right leg as you inhale. Now exhale to our figure four just like before. Left hand finds left hip. Peace fingers grab our right big toe. Your right hand catches your right foot. You're going to rise up top. Right knee towards your right shoulder. Externally open your right leg. And you can stay here. You can start to find some extension of your right leg, or maybe your right leg goes all the way long. Take a nice big breath in. On your exhale, start to find a little micro bend through your left knee. Engage your core. We're going to go back to a half moon. So as you let go of your right foot, focusing your gaze, you're going to swim your right leg backwards. Ardha Chandrasana. Take one deep breath in. And a slow, steady exhale will eventually bring you into your warrior two. And from your warrior two star pose, inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, goddess squat, heels in, elbows wide. On your inhale, star pose, rise up, reach up. Exhale, warrior two to the front. Spin your left heel away to help open your right hip forward. Windmill your hands down, low lunge to the top of your yoga mat. Step forward to your forward fold. As you inhale to lift up halfway, exhale to a baby chair pose. Just let your hips sink back a little bit. Hands to heart, start to come to your tippy toes. See if you can get your hips lower and your heels higher. Maybe coming into your toe stand. Letting your thigh bones start to come parallel to the earth. From your toe stand, let your knees go wide. And eventually, you're going to bring your hands to the earth and push your hips back up into your forward fold. Inhale to lengthen halfway. Exhale, chaturanga or downward facing dog. So step back to your down dog, or option to move through a flow, it's your choice. From your downward facing dog, we'll reset with a breath together. So deep inhale in. And open mouth, exhale out. Inhale, sends your left leg to the sky. Exhale, bend your knee and open your hip. Take a breath in. Left knee towards your left shoulder as you exhale. Inhale, left knee towards your left wrist. Exhale, press and curl. Left knee up into your armpit. Puff the back of your heart to the sky. Three-legged dog, reach your left leg to the ceiling. Then step your left foot forward to the top. Cow lunge, right knee and hip sink towards the earth. As you exhale, turn your toes to the right. This time bend your right knee, side lunge or skandasana. Feel your in-breath. And then pivot to the back of your yoga mat, low lunge. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Breathe into the strength of your seat. Exhale, hands to heart. Power through your right leg. Start to stand tall with your left. Open through your chest as you inhale. Figure four is your exhale, left ankle on your right thigh. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Peace fingers of your left hand catch your left big toe. Begin to push through your right foot and stand tall. Left knee towards your left shoulder. Your left arm is on the inside of your left leg as you open through your hip. And focus your gaze. Get proud and puffed up through your chest a little bit here. Maybe start to extend your left leg. Take a breath in. On your exhale, find that micro bend through your right knee. Again, find that focus point for your gaze. Keep your drishti locked in. Slowly start to send your left leg back into your half moon. Embracing any wobbles as you go. Go slow, slow, slow. Take an inhale. And when you are ready, exhale into your warrior two. We'll breathe into star pose. Rise and rotate all 10 toes the long edge of your yoga mat. Exhale, goddess squat. Heels in, elbows wide. Breathe in to extend back into your star pose. Warrior two to the front. Rotate your right heel to the back of your yoga mat to spin your left toes forward. Windmill down into your low lunge. As you square through your hips, step forward to a forward fold. Right foot meets your left. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to a chair pose. Send your hips back and down. You can bring your hands to your heart right away. Lift up to your tippy toes. Heels nice and high, hips are pretty low. Start to open your knees up wide. As you bring your hands to the earth out in front of you, you want to have your hands at least 2, maybe 2.5 paw prints forward. So you have enough room to bend your elbows and create that shelf for your knees. So think chaturanga through your upper body. So looking forward, think about reaching your heart forward. As you bend at your elbows, you're going to bring your knees onto the backs of your arms. Shift forward. Keep looking forward. Maybe you lift one foot up as you push through your hands, engage your core. Maybe lift the other foot up. Squeeze your heels to your seat. Give it a breath. If you want to shoot back through your chaturanga, you can. Or just bring your feet to the earth and forward fold. From wherever you're at, whether you shot back through your chaturanga or you're in your forward fold, we're going to meet in a seat at the top of our yoga mats. Maybe grab a sip of water, find some swirls through your wrists. Just a couple of times in each direction. And then we'll anchor through our heels and start to find our way to the back body. When you're ready to lower down, sit up nice and tall through your torso. Hands reach to the sky, big breath in. And your exhale, you start to lean back and lower back. Heels stay grounded. Keep your hands overhead for as long as you can. When you start to need that counterbalance, try not to rush it. Really slowly start to inch your hands forward. Seeing how much you can keep them overhead along the way, and then when you need to, slowly hands go towards the front of your yoga mat. And you deliver your body to the earth with control. Take a full body stretch with a deep breath in. And then open mouth, exhale, release. Start to bring both your knees to your chest. Maybe drawing some circles with your knees. Option to check in with your happy baby again. And we're going to sit up for our bridge pose. So as you ground through your feet, heels stacked beneath your knees, take an inhale. Strong through your center, use your exhale to press through your feet and lift through your pelvis. For this bridge pose, maybe you flip your palms open to the sky to help open your chest, or you can interlace your hands underneath you, bending your shoulder rinse. Take 3 slow and steady breaths. After your third breath, take your time to lower your hips down to the earth. Find a little windshield wiper from side to side and be walking your feet out a little bit wider as you windshield wiper. Once you find your way back to center, send your legs up towards the ceiling. Maybe there's some softness in your knees. You might make the decision to stay here. Or if you'd like to find your way into your plow or your shoulder stand, begin to boost your hips up and over. Taking your toes towards the earth overhead for your plow pose. And perhaps sending your feet up to the sky for your shoulder stand. You offer 3 more cycles of breath to whatever shape you've chosen. And just going slow and gentle as you release out. We'll arrive in Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together, knees open wide. As you find your butterfly, offer one hand to your belly, maybe one hand to your heart. Your shoulders sink down into the earth, allow your eyes to drop shut. Take a slow and purposeful breath in through your nose, breathe down into your belly. And then open mouth, exhale to release. This time as you inhale through your nose, breathe into your belly and your rib cage. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. This time, breathe into your belly, your rib cage, and your chest. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. Send your hands down towards the outsides of your thighs. Gently draw your knees back to center. Maybe curl your nose up to your knees, taking a big breath in as you tuck through your chin. Then exhale to your Shavasana. Send your arms and your legs out long. Feel your entire body release and relax back into the support of the earth. As you settle into stillness, let your eyes drop shut. Feel your entire body surrender into the support of your yoga mat. And again, bring the intention, the devotion of your practice back to the forefront of your awareness. As you hold that devotion at the forefront of your mind and in your heart, let any other thoughts, any other clutter dissolve into the background. Meditating for these last few minutes of your practice on this devotion. your mind has started to drift, just gently bring your focus back to the intention, back to your dedication, your devotion, and your breath. Feeling the energy of each breath directed in the direction of that intention. Maybe you lean back to observe the shift in energy of yourself, the shift in the energy of your heart and your mind since the beginning of class. Acknowledging the power within you to shift your energy at any moment of every day. So the energy that you offer to each interaction, every conversation, and each experience is that of service, is one that holds in grace and compassion and empathy and understanding, willingness to look beyond and to look deeper, to really see who it is that you're interacting with. As you feel your breath, as you feel your body, as you feel the energy of your practice, maybe bring one or both hands to your heart space. As we take this final moment to pause in gratitude for this time that we took to move and to breathe with mindfulness and intention. We pause in appreciation of this practice that leads us and offers us a clear direction. And so in gratitude and appreciation, we'll take a deep inhale through the nose. Let your lungs fill up nice and wide. Whenever you're ready, open mouth exhale, release that breath away. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. May our practices serve as our teachers, always leading us to live with greater authenticity and to love more deeply each and every day. Thank you so much for taking this time to move and to breathe and to connect. Namaste.